Talking about.
All right, let's go.
You got questions for me?
Oh, yo, what's going on? Family. Listen, we got a special guest over here. Not only do we have a special guest over here, right here we have a queen of the Neteru, the Isa Temple, Ma'at, Osiris. This is a Guyanese, and not only Guyanese, I don't know if you guys know, Guyanese women are Ariwaks. So Ariwaks are also not just that they're Tainos, and y'all gotta look up your Airi so y'all don't get mad at me, but Ariwaks are some of the original people that actually walk this land. They are the original people that have bring down the seedlings, the children, the minerals, help to cultivate the land. Without our women, we would not be anything. And some of us roosters out here, you know, sometimes we do not respect our women and the way that they are emanating such beauty. Sometimes we have to give them a chance, you know, to grow, to cultivate, to develop. Not only develop, to coach one another in symbiotic community where we could actually start to regenerate the forest the way that Ariwaks did it, the way the original people of the land cultivated children, family, and different strains in the tapestry. So I want to introduce a beautiful sister. Not only did she help us on some AI generations, but also she helped like nourish the soul. Some people cook, right? And this sister eats plants. I don't want to divulge all your information, but I gotta introduce you like this. This sister eats a lot of plants, right? And not only does she eat plants, she cooks herself and she makes the food with love. And it is so important for a man to actually get food and nourishment from somebody that takes her time. Not only does she take her time with the food, if we have to go and we in a rush like men sometimes she's taking care of us and then she's not taking care of herself, and then by the time we like, yo, let's go, we gotta get to it, she done tapped out the frequency. So I want us men to be aware of that and let our ladies know, look, take some time for yourself, develop on yourself. And if you are in a triangulation with the Trinity and also the quantum field, because the Trinity is more of the ionosphere and the etheric field. The quantum field is more of the digital realm. Right now with Red Pillar and I was gonna call you Shakira, but I'm gonna say Kira.
People call me Shakira my whole life. It's okay.
Shakira. Can we do some better?
When you talk like that, you make a woman.
Yo, hold up, look. You ain't see me like that either.
Okay.
The nourishment and the soul, and then also leading back to the fundamentals of homeostasis and taking care of ourselves. We gotta let our women take time to take care of herself, move her body, do some yoga, also nourish herself, because if we're not letting the women take care of themselves before we're trying to operate and make these seedlings grow, these businesses grow, this is why I want to introduce you to such a beautiful sister, and I want you to express in every equity that you can, how do you feel about coming to the land and experiencing it with me one-on-one, coming in with people? Also, if you want to bring up last time, but how do you feel today where you came with me on a new vibration and really went into the jungle, went on the beach? How do you feel about yourself, even with different emotions that we are tethering from our family, things that we have to do on the other side? How are you going to integrate from the quantum field to the Trinity field and also to your homeostasis field as a woman?
So, that's a great question.
I only ask complex questions.
I know. You're
People say they can't
being.
answer it, and then they answer it plus.
We're all dynamic, complex beings, and that is what I want to talk about because, so, like we talked about, you know, right now we're in Puerto Rico. Right now we're on the land. My family is from Guyana, but, you know, Arawak is the term that we are using to describe the people of that land originally. Every single land has its original peoples because we started on the land, cultivating the land. Now, you know, humans are humans, so, you know, we have disagreements and things as such, but what happens when people are looking for things outside of themselves instead of within, they get more disconnected from nature. So I look at that as in Guyana, we have our people are called the Amerindian people. So the people of the Amazon, they're called Amerindians. But that's just a newer Ameri term, the new Americas. They created a different word. But Arawak and all these terms that DJ Houthi is using are the words to respect the people that are living there, that if you were to ever go there, they're not going to say I'm Amerindian. They're going to say I'm Arawak, I'm Lokono, I'm all these different terms. So now, how do I know all of this, right?
This is why we had to introduce this.
But how do I know all of this, right? I'm going to say here right now, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm standing, not sitting. I didn't just read this in a book. I went to school, I went to college, have a job, all these things, but there's just something else that's calling me beyond that. Ever since I was a child, and just...
Your afro looks beautiful.
Thanks. And just, just the way that my family... I always knew as a child that my family was different. Why is that? Because my family wasn't born in America. My family was born in Guyana. Now, that's just my family. I'm speaking on the experience from this group of people, right? So this group of people, we value family. We don't care about designer. We don't care about having the fanciest car.
Talk that talk.
We just want to make sure that your brother, your mother, your father, your sister is all taken care of, and we all cultivating together. We have a house. Everybody can come over to the house, whether you live in Canada, whether you live in, Puerto Rico, whether you live in Florida, whether you live in Brazil. If you come in to see the family, this land, this house is for everybody to come to. Now, you grow up in America, so my family came here. Why? Why did they come here? So we have the bigger mass media, etc. We learn in history, if you did go to school, what did they do to the native people? They slaughtered them. We think about the physical slaughter, but you don't think about the mental slaughter that happened to the people of the original land. So when I look at my family, and I went to school, I went to public school, I went to Catholic school, I went to all these westernized schools, and I felt so different from everybody there. I felt so different from the way that they were teaching things, and I couldn't explain it because my family said, go to school, get an education, get a good job, you need to be a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse. So that's all the things filling in my head, but my spirit said something else. My spirit said, you need to honor your temple. You need to honor your mind. You need to protect your family. You need to build something for your family. It wasn't, I need to be a lawyer. I need to be a doctor. I need to have $1 million. It was, I need to protect my family. I need to build something for my family. I need to build something for the generational wealth that my family needs to keep this energy, this frecuencia, which is frequency in Spanish, going of love, truth, family, knowledge. How do you get those things from the westernized system that tells you it's a money, education, having fancy cars? You can get all that stuff. But for us, hey, if you look like me, you look like him, you look like Brother Red Pill, I'm telling you, you can't get those things without starting within first. Because that's where our people are lacking. That's where they're struggling. They're chasing a dream that was put into your mind that's not even real because you didn't even dream it yourself. Whatever you dreamt yourself, that is what you need to make sure that you are cultivating like a flower, like a plant. But if you don't go in nature, you don't see how the plants grow. You don't see how nature is interacting with each other. You won't understand how you're going to interact with nature and yourself to build what you want to build. If you don't know how to build a house from scratch, you're going to rely on the government to build you a house. That makes sense, right? But listen to this. In Guyana, there was a time, and in every single country around the world, there was a time where the people knew the land. They knew exactly how to build houses. They knew every flower in the garden.
They still do. They just got Uber Eats.
That's true, but they have Uber Eats, right? So with that being said, I said a lot here. However, I appreciate you.
How was your journey here, right?
Okay.
From coming into the world and then understanding like the culture, the people, getting in the water, even the people that you feel when you pick up a frequency, more telecommunication when people are around,
Being here has taught me a lot. DJ Houthi, the guide here, has taught me so much about what he started off this video saying. It's about taking time to take care of myself, taking time to clear my mind. And I felt so clear. My skin is clear. I can breathe different. I'm just taking time. I'm not rushing anything right now. I'm just being present in the moment. And that's often what I felt like I lacked in the city. So I appreciate coming here, and that's how I feel.
Ashe. Let me ask one more thing. All right, make sure we're rolling. This is one of the most important questions of the universe. What What can men do to nurture women more? What can men do to connect with women more? What can women do to connect more? And what can brothers and sisters, children, and misses, and maybe mistresses or mistresses, what can we do right now to pull all the lineages together, be in homeostasis? And also, instead of just thinking about a relationship, but like a seedling, longevity, long lineage, what can us men do to respect the woman and Mother Nature and men and the children all in the same earth, water, wind, fire, spirit? What can we do? Can you give us the answer to that?
Well, I can always give and speak from my heart. So whatever answer calls you after you listen to what I'm saying, that's the answer for you, because it starts with you. What does love mean to you? It doesn't have to mean exactly what it means to him, to me, to the next person. What does it mean for you? When you know what that means for you, then you release the idea of wanting anybody else to know what it means, because you don't have to ask anybody else. You know. So for the masculine, what does it mean to be loved by a woman to you? What does it mean to love in general? What does it mean to love your children? How do you express that? For the feminine, the same thing. What does that mean for you? You start there, and then you'll be able to build with somebody that has a similar frequency of what it means to you. Instead of focusing on changing somebody else's frequency, focus on yours, and then the rest will flow, just like Mother Nature.
Women.
For women
and men together.
For women and men.
The disconnection or reconnection that you see from past, present, any traumas, blockages, or between our family or friends that you just see. Miscellaneous in general.
So I think,
what can we do to reconnect the two that will bring homeostasis?
Two things. Number one is patience. Patience is very key. And the second thing I would say is detachment. Healthy detachment. Because when you detach from things, and that's what ayahuasca and nature, I know that's about to be the transformational experience of detachment and surrender to who you are, to the universe. Instead of wanting to possess people, to possess your partner, to possess somebody, if you love somebody, love is not possession. That's the opposite. Okay, that's the confusion part of love. Because when you love something, it doesn't mean you have to suffocate it. It just means you let it bloom. So with that being said, the relationship between masculine and feminine on both sides, the issue always comes down to a lack of patience. Because if you're not patient with your partner throughout their journey, because no one's perfect in the moment, you don't go about imperfection. We're going off flow, and everybody's growing, transforming. You're not the same person you was 10 years ago. So why would you hold somebody to a version of themselves that they aren't anymore? But instead of loving them through the versions that they become and become and become over and over and over again. Because if you try to, cut things off so fast and with no real love, right? Because look at all the things we do to our parents. It's not just about masculine and feminine in the romantic sense. It's also about family, brothers, sisters, fathers, aunties, uncles. Everything is about us being patient with the soul journey that everybody is on. So if you're a masculine and a feminine, you just need to know what it means to you to create the frequency of love in your life. And that right there will help you to attract the people that are on the similar frequency. And you need to have patience with the process and the journey of what that truly means for you. That's all.
She couldn't said it any better. Now just one last question. And this is a new beginning, because we were born, we multiply. What about the connection with Mother Nature and all of these seedlings from the tigers and alligators, birds, dolphins? What is that magnetic connection that some of us are either missing or not really missing, just don't know how to go to look for it? How do we find that connection? Let me know if you want me to answer it with you.
You can, after I say something. I would love for you to. I think the first step is even seeing a tiger. Looking at, if you live in New York City, you live in any state, it's straight lines.
Chalks.
Half of you probably never even seen a tiger in person. Okay, so you have to seek seeking. Seeking is key. Seek and you shall find. So if you want to seek something, you look at nature first. Why? Because that's where everything starts. That's where the root of creation is. We wouldn't be here if Mother Nature wasn't here. We need something to stand on, something to ground us. We need to see the reflection of the birds flying and feeling free. We need to see the animals fighting and then making it up and knowing that the jungle has to be taken care of either way. So go to your tribe, go to your side, and we gonna strive. You know how powerful I am though, and I respect that. Similar with human beings. When we see light in others, we need to respect that. When we see someone flying, we need to know, hey, I could fly too. If they could fly, maybe we could fly in a pack. Nature comes in all ways and forms and gives you a message. You just gotta listen. So if you're seeking something, if you hear that right now, you may not understand it in the moment, but just being there, just being around it, that's all you need to do. That's the first step.
I see. I think she did a great job. I really don't need to connect. How important is it to move your body in nature?
You gonna keep going?
And breathe.
It is not just important, it is a part of, think about moving your body as like breathing. If you're not moving, you're not breathing. So if you're not breathing, you're dead. So movement is life. It has to be a lifestyle. The longest, there's a city in Japan, right? They have the biggest population of centenarians, people living 100 years and up. You know what they do? They move their body. You know what I'm trying to say? They do all these poses, forms, all these things keep you active.
What they be doing, Kira? Yo, Kira, what they be doing?
Poses, you know, they be doing so, and like even in ancient Egypt, come on, they went like that, they went like that. You gotta see yourself doing that in 50, 60, not just at 19, 20 when you're a young thing. It's your whole life is movement. Movement is life. So, yeah, that's what I say. It's important.
Shout out to this sis Kira, man. I just want to appreciate watching people elevate, and nobody is perfect here on this hero's journey. We all have kinks inside of us and glitches that we are all working on. So continue to work on your glitches and leave room for others to grow, and also make sure that you do take care of yourself and take care of Mother Nature and your family and your children. Asheo.
Come on, all of us.
Red, any new world orders? This is my man, Red. AI Master Generators, you heard?
Come on, DJ Houthi, you gotta come in here.
The new realm of Ra Morpheus, of what it means to be in the Trinity, in the Matrix, and the Matrix.
Great Reset, Fire Horse Year of One, right? My government is Philip, which is Greek for lover of horses. So this is the year that we're loving this year. We're doing it. This is the year of the big one, of doing your big one. So everybody here is doing a big one. They're gonna forever be changed. Everyone is blossoming like a flower. You owe it to your higher power. You know what I'm talking about? To get out of your comfort zone and to get on the throne and, you know, get into initiations.
And leave them thoughts alone.
Leave them thoughts alone. Shabbat shalom. You
the
know,
goodies?
Leave the baddies alone and go for the goodies, y'all. We're bringing the goodies
and
back.
Turn the thoughts to thoughts.
Vibing with the vibes. Yeah, and we're going to elevate the goddesses to the goddesses. You know, it's a journey.
Trauma to transformation.
Trauma to transformation. This is the year of healing. This is the year of travel. This is the year of retreat. This is the year of off-grid. We're going into Zion.
Shedding our old
unplugging from the Matrix. So the hero twin go under into the quote-unquote underworld.
I need a bar or some music because this has a good audio. So I want her, we gonna do this a cappella. Or you come in with the oh la la, oh la. We're gonna say
oh la la, oh la la.
Oh. Alright, so look, I'm gonna go, she got that oh na na, oh. And then she gonna go.
No, yes, and then she be like.
And then she be like,
oh Jaja, oh Jaja, oh.
And then we be like,
oh na na, oh.
Yo, hold up, ready. All right, let's go. This is for Mother Nature.
Mama.
This is for the birds,
Mama.
the animals, the earth, the water, the fire, and the wind. And we are God in the fire that's within our soul.
Don't forget
so
the
ready.
frogs.
Don't forget the
coquis.
frogs. The coquis. You heard? And that bird. We got a bird here, a green bird.
Yeah.
We got that parrot's name, but I know it's a bird, okay? A green bird. I'll tell y'all later. Ready? She got that oh na na, oh. And then she be like,
Oh, Jaja, oh, Jaja, oh.
and then we be like, oh na na, oh na na, oh. Yo, let's go, yo. We giving it to you live. We giving it to you raw. This is my aunt, Kinetic Hermetics. You already know I'm with the red pillar. You already know what time it is. We standing on our 33rd Mason. You heard? Hitting the 4th ventricle straight to the pituitary. The pineal with the cava brana. The mama ayahuasca. Chacrunita, shout out to the Amazon, shout out to Putumayo, shout out to La Cofana, shout out to La Inca, shout out to Bra, Borinquen. Let's go. You already know this is the Bra Caribe. This is Ori. You already know what it is. Isa, Yemaya, Larima, Dominican Republic, throughout the whole Jamaica. You already know the 13 islands. You already know the 13 tribes. It's supreme over here. It's what we doing. Ow! Yo, blessings to the land. Blessings to the La Sangra. Blessings to the Ariwak. Blessings to the Tainos. Let's get it.
Look.
And blessings to my Blackfoots. All the way from AT Alien. You heard? Let's go.
Sword.
What? Let's go. You already know we slicing like a gentsu. Let's get it.